How's everyone doing today? I'm talking about the fight scene in the Star Wars movie Revenge of the Sith, where Obi-Wan Kenobi fights the General Clanker himself, General Grievous. So basically, the scene starts off with, from what I could find on YouTube, fight scene because I can't be arsed scouring through the fucking movie trying to find where it is. It basically starts off with him, like, I don't know, getting up or some shit. I don't know if he's just sitting down playing with his toes or some shit, but he gets up and he says, "Hello there, General Clanker." And then General Grievous is like, "Ooh, Kenobi, you are a bold one." And rewatching the scene, it kind of sounded like he said, "You are a bald one." I'm like, General Grievous needs to go to the General eye test because broken not see that he has hair. So anyway, Grievous is like, "You're bald one," and he's like, I think he sends like 4 magma guys after him. He's like, "Yo, you killed him. Can you like fry him up there, please?" And then Kenobi's like, "Here, fuck this, can't be ours." He pulls a big massive metal toaster from the ceiling and crushes them with the big metal box. One of them tries to pick up his staff and tries to hit him, but then he's like, "Get the fuck out of here," decapitates his ass. And then when the rest of them, the droidicas and all the other battle droids are gonna kill him, Grievous is like, "Wait, stop! I'm going to do it myself." So it's like, I don't know. It's like he sent 4 Magna Guards at him, probably to test like if he could beat him, and then he sort of just saw him, he flattened him with a box, and he's like, "Nah, I actually want to fight this guy myself." It's like he's trophy or some shit. So then they're fighting. Kenobi is like, "Yo, your move," and then Grievous, whips off the drip. He's like, "Hey, look at this, pal." And he whips out 4 arms. He splits 2 of his arms. And he splits 2 of his arms into 4 and whips out all his, laser dildo collections, all for displays. Like, "Here, look at my laser swords. You like this?" So then he's like, "Your move, Kenobi," and Grievous kind of gets in a squatting position, kind of like this. Get the fuck out of the way, pal. Probably should not kick my chair. He kind of gets into a squatting position like this, and then he starts spinning his fucking arms around. He kind of like looks like he's gonna take a shit. He's like, he's gonna fucking shit on his hand and then start lobbing it at Kenobi. I don't know. So he's there walking at Kenobi while spinning 2 of his lightsabers on. Kenobi's kind of backwards. He's like, "Oh, there. Oh, bother, what do I do?" He's like looking at his arms like, yes, that looks really nice. So then he pokes him and they start fighting. They start dueling. Kenobi cuts off one of Grievous's arms. Grievous tries to come at him from on top, and then Kenobi kind of slides down and cuts off another of his arms. And then they're fighting, and then Grievous said some shit like, "Army or not, you must realize you are doomed." I'm like, bro, you just cut off 2 of your arms. He just played doctor and he gave you surgery. Like, what you mean he's doomed? So then Grievous kind of hops into like this, I don't know, this drivable tire looking thing. It's like a big fucking circle with blades and a gun. And has like legs as well. And he like drives off. He's just driving a big massive ass tire equipped with guns. Like, this tire has weapons. So then Kenobi's like, and some big fat ass lizard just comes down from the top, crushes some droids. He like sat on them. He's like rubbing his cheeks in the droid's face. He's like, "Here, you like that? Smell my shit." So then Kenobi hops onto the big massive lizard, and he's there going after Grievous. And Grievous has like one of those electric staff thingies that the Magna Guards have, and he's there trying to poke Kenobi and shit. And Kenobi is there trying to grab him. They're like having their little own tug of war. It's like, "No, mine. I want it. No, mine. No, mine." And then it ends up being Kenobi hops onto Grievous's drivable tire, and then they start fighting. And Grievous kind of whips out a blaster, starts fighting all over the place. It's like, "Get the fuck off of me now, you twat." So then Kenobi, I think, falls off, and they end up at this platform. And before I forgot to mention this, when they like drive off into like this pit, like this big massive fucking hall where the clones and droids are fighting, and Kenobi goes after Grievous over the ship that was like hanging off of the pit, and Kenobi somehow loses his lightsaber. I remember when I first seen this scene, I was like, "What the fuck? How the shit did he lose his lightsaber?" He lost his lightsaber. He was like, "Oh bother. Must have not used so much lube for the stroking sesh before this fight." So then, he has his lightsaber lost. And they end up at this platform where Grievous and Kenobi are going to fight some more. And Kenobi still has the electric staff. He's there poking Grievous. One of the shots where he tries to hit Grievous actually looks like Grievous just hit him. He's like, "Yes, go on, Kenobi." Just floors him and Kenobi tries to poke him again with the staff. And Grievous is like, "Get the fuck off of me." So he just kicks him. kicks him away, sends him flying. He makes Kenobi do a whole fucking N formation onto the ground. Like, bro made him do his alphabet. Does a whole fucking arc onto the ground, and then Grievous walks over there. He tries to pick him up and punches him, but then he misses somehow, even though he was holding him. I think he like picked him up to like get him to stand up and then punch him. He should have just like held him by my neck or something and just start fucking beating the shit out of him. So I can start punching his face in like a jackhammer. Fucking until it is nothing. Like fucking, like it's covered in ketchup. It's mush. It's kind of like how Kratos left, who the fuck's the big fat ass guy that Kratos fights in God of War 3? Hercules. Yeah. It's like when Kratos was fighting Hercules and he like started punching his fucking face to his nose. He should have just done that to Kenobi. But then anyways, Kenobi's on the ground. Grievous tries to stomp on his head because he thinks he's a fucking Goomba from Super Mario. And Kenobi kicks his leg, which is, bro, Grievous's leg is kind of full on metal. Like, he's a full on droid. The only thing that's, part of his, that he still has, that was part of his original body, is kind of like his eyes, brains, and lungs, I guess, what's left of his lungs. He kicks, Grievous is like, oh no! My leg is going to become two! So then Grievous kind of picks him up and... I'm so fucking retarded. Kenobi gets up after kicking Grievous and he kind of like opens his chest to kind of like reveal his heart and shit because that's his armor. And Grievous kind of looks at him like, you naughty little boy! And so he grabs him and then chucks him towards the edge of the platform. It's kind of like Kenobi trying to get up to Grievous is kind of like some guy just trying to get a woman to like whip out her tits. She's like, yeah, take your top off. That's kind of what it felt like for Grievous. It's like, no, you do not see the goods now. So then Kenobi's there dangling off the edge of the platform, fucking barely holding on, and Grievous kind of picks up the staff kind of slickly and he starts walking over to him. He's like, you're dead, pal. I'm gonna kill you. So then conveniently there's a blaster by him. I'm fairly sure that's the same blaster that Grievous had on him when he's driving this fucking drivable circle with legs. And he shoots, and as Grievous is walking over him, he force-pulls the blaster. Kenobi force-pulls the blaster over into himself, and he shoots Grievous like 3 times in the fucking chest, like bullseye! It's like a dart board, and he's shooting darts, and I think he shot Grievous's heart. He like shot his chest 3 times, and then Grievous is there like going into fucking flame on, like Human Torch. His eyes start going on fire and shit, his mouth and shit, like he's basically just on fire, and then he just explodes and collapses onto the ground. And then Kenobi gets up and is like, so uncivilized. I'm like, yeah, that's the end of Grievous, the big fucking cyborg spider piece of shit. So yeah, that was Kenobi versus General Grievous in Revenge of the Sith. I just wanted to talk about the scene because why not? And I hope you did enjoy this video. Please do leave a like, subscribe, appreciate it, and I'll see you next one. See you later, have a good one. Goodbye.